Hello, my name is Loretta Dowell Towns, and I'm a graduate student in the Master of Arts in Curriculum and Instruction program at Grand Canyon University. I am a full-time 8th grade language arts teacher in the Roseville School District within the Twin Cities metro area. The upcoming school year will be year 6, and I'm anticipating tenure, a long-awaited benchmark that I'm hoping not only brings job security, but leadership opportunities that will allow me to deeply collaborate with colleagues and extend student learning. Today, I want to share my thoughts regarding professional dispositions of learners as outlined by Grand Canyon University's College of Education. These dispositions are high expectations, respect for the diversity of others, fairness, professional conduct, reflection, curiosity, honesty, compassion, advocacy, and dedication. All of these dispositions are required to be a good teacher, but my strengths are high expectations, respect for diversity, and honesty. I maintain high expectations for all of my students and demand class requirements equitably according to each student's needs. With a diverse classroom comes diverse thinking, processing, and expression that are assets to our classroom community. I challenge my students to do and be their best. And I encourage them to integrate their background knowledge with new learning. As a middle school teacher, I take my relationships with my students very seriously. At this level, social emotional learning and mentorship are optimal and can influence the trajectory of a student's growth and development through the rest of their secondary educational career. I encourage my students to find a trusted adult that will tell them the truth and hold them accountable, as well as be a loving partner in helping them to realize their hopes and dreams. These relationships are honest, where the dynamics of pushing and pulling each other is welcomed, encouraged, and understood. The dispositions that I'd like to improve upon include reflection, compassion, and advocacy. I value these dispositions deeply, but I have not prioritized them in my first 5 years of classroom teaching. Reflection would greatly improve my teaching craft and allow me to add and adjust based upon intentional consideration of observable strengths and weaknesses in my classroom. Incremental reflection on a daily, weekly, or even monthly basis could greatly influence what I teach and how I teach it, allowing me to especially pay attention to those who need support to get it. Attention to compassion is needed in order to increase engagement in my classroom. Author and leadership expert John C. Maxwell is credited with this quote: "Students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care." I felt better about this disposition this past school year than ever before, and I want to build on this. I tried different methods to build relationships with my students and actively encourage them to genuinely get to know and work with each other. But if all means all, moving forward, I need to stretch myself to make sure that all my students know that I care. Advocacy, both inside and outside of the classroom, is a leadership quality and skill that will move me closer to becoming a teacher leader. I want to make sure that I am utilizing all available resources to advocate for the needs of my students. Also, I believe that teachers should not be absent from the executive decisions being made on our behalf at the administrative, district, and legislative levels. This quote by the late, great Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm perfectly defines advocacy. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. I believe the professional educator should exhibit professionalism in appearance, demeanor, and actions. We need to elevate ourselves above our students as professional adults that require their respect. We need to be mindful of informal attire, conversational speech, and set boundaries within an engaging learning space and on electronic tools, including social media sites. Professional conduct guides the teacher to model the behavior they want to see in their students. Mutually, students benefit from regularly interacting with a responsible adult in their school building and a leader in the broader community. Thanks for listening.